Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this in front of you is the T95E6, a tank that is currently available in one of the best offers I have seen in a hot minute here. If you make your way to the store tab and you scroll down a little bit, you can see here the T95E6 is currently available for $17 Canadian. This will obviously be cheaper depending on where you live, but in this bundle, you obviously get the T95E6, you get its legendary camo, you get 2,500 gold, the tank is fully equipped, 3 black boxes, which give you literally nothing, and 50 gold boosters, as well as some other things. This bundle right here is probably one of the best bundles I have seen in a while for a tier 10. It is absolutely fantastic, and the E6 just got buffed. How did it get buffed? Well, its armor profile got a lot stronger. You can see here the tank did receive PBR in the previous or latest update of the game. And what that did is it basically increased the amount of armor that is available to you on the hatch, first off, and the turret cheeks as well. So basically, this tank, which is a haul-down beast already, and is very, very good at fighting other medium tanks, now just became even better, because not only do you have a stronger armor profile now that'll just allow you to deal with mediums more easily, it didn't lose anything from this either. So yeah, Wargaming just flat buffed this tank, and it is available super, super cheap right now. I think this is the cheapest I've ever seen the E6, and it is also available in this draw, but because the tank is only available for like $17 in the store itself, like there is 0 point in doing this draw whatsoever, because the tank does not come equipped when you do get it out of the draw. So yeah, and it's way more gold. So anyways, don't get it out of the draw, get it out of the store. But in today's video, I will be doing a brief review on the T95E6 because I do have a fantastic replay I want to share that I got on stream, on live stream. So before we get into that replay, let's break into the tank's stats, starting off with its gun. It deals 400 damage on its standard shells, 340 on the premium, and 515 on its HE, so pretty solid alpha damage there. You do have 10 degrees of gun depression. Again, this allows you to use that turret armor to your advantage. You have fantastic penetration, especially on the premium shells with 373 heat. Your aim time and dispersion are quite solid overall. You have an aim time of 3.4 seconds and a dispersion of 0.326 while using V-stabs. Now, you obviously can get that down more if you use a refined gun, but in my personal opinion, V-stabs is great. Your DPM is also fantastic. You almost have 3,100 DPM while using calibrated shells. Yes, you heard that right. This is a heavy tank, guys. This is a heavy tank that you can use to brawl mediums very effectively. And its top speed and overall mobility match that as well. You go 50 forward and reverse at 15, so fantastic mobility there, and your power to weight is not too bad either. One other thing to mention is you have combat stabilization, which means in a tank like this, it's not necessarily going to help you in a lot of situations, but it sometimes can. And what this mechanic does is, as you can read here, at a forward speed of less than 15 kilometers an hour, or a reverse speed of that same speed, your gun will not bloom, which is fantastic. It makes it very easy to hit hatch shots in a tank like this when you are stationary. But obviously, you're not going to be stationary too much, so again, it only helps so much. So let's get on into that replay. And here we are in the battle that, again, this was played live on stream, so if you go back to, I can't remember what stream it is, but it was one of my win rate grinding streams. I think it was the most recent one. This game was played live, but I figured I should make a video on it regardless because it was a fantastic showcase of just the power the E6 has available to use. And yeah, we're on Castilla, one of my most hated maps in the entire game, and up against us we have a 4005 Grill Ho-Ri, IS-7 Yo, 907, and Type 71. A very cringe enemy lineup, to say the least, especially with those 3 TDs. On a map like Castilla, especially with the spawn that they did get, yeah, the TDs being able to just sit on that ridge there, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. I was reading the chat, and so I stopped moving, but anyways, enough of that. They also do have enough sort of semi-mobile tanks that I would expect them to sort of split. And what my plan is because I'm in an E6 and I can go like 50 kilometers an hour forward, I'm going to try and take out their medium flank as much or as easily as I can. So that is my plan here. And you can see the 907 has been spotted on the hill. So we're going to make our way up towards that 907 player. And we could also see the Type 71 is spotted on heavy side. So not too much is happening right at this moment. However, oh boy, I just got blind fired by probably the Hori or the Grill. That's not fun. I've already lost a decent amount of health. And although this tank does have more health than a medium tank, it's not by a crazy amount. So now I'm only at 1400 health. And yeah, now I'm not doing too well there. I am basically a 2-clip to that yo. And that's not very fun at all. You can see here, this IS-7 really wants to shoot at me for some reason. This player is going to be a nuisance the entire battle. And because he's sitting on that ridge there, and we don't really have any TDs covering it, he's going to be able to get away with that for absolutely free, which is awful. However, their 907 is making one of the worst plays I have ever seen. He says, oh yes, I see an STB and an E6 in front of me. Let me YOLO them. And I'm able to hit a fantastic hatch shot on that player, picking up the kill, which is actually very crucial because if he was able to stay alive, that would have not been very good at all. However, I now have an STB who's dead, and I'm in such a bad spot right now because I have a yo in front of me who can now basically one-shot me if he high rolls, and an IS-7 who is still full health staring at my booty. And he can also one-shot me if he slightly high rolls. So I can't move because the second I move, I'm either going to get shot at by the yo or by the IS-7. Now, I saw that base cap. Someone stepped into it and then back out of it. So I know that was probably the yo leaving. So I'm not too worried about him anymore. But the IS-7 is still freaking peeking me. What is this dude even doing, bro? I don't know. Maybe he was a stream sniper. I have zero idea. But he does not want to leave me alone. Anyways, again, I'm really at this point thinking this is going to be a loss. We are down 3 tanks. They're only down 1, and bro, there is a full health yo in front of me. How this guy doesn't manage to kill me is kind of hilarious, especially considering the IS-7, yes, you saw there, he just missed. I don't know what this yo's doing. Bro, literally all he had to do was drive forward and aim in and shoot. This tank does not have very much hull armor, so the fact he bounced both of those shots on my hull is impressive to me. Don't know how it happened. Well, I do, because he's bad at the game. That's how it happened. But anyways, unfortunately for me, I do have 10 degrees of gun depression, but it's just not enough to get the shots into his hatch that I need in order to finish him off. So I'm really trying my best there. I screw up my one shot there, and hello, 4005. So not only do I have a clipping yo in front of me now, but I have a 4005 who was probably going to YOLO me if it wasn't for my teammate YOLOing him back in the IS-7. So thank you very much, IS-7. You helped me out a decent amount there. I'm already at 3,000 damage. But if this game is going to be a win here, I have to do something quite crazy, which is obviously start off by killing the yo, not missing him. Good job, Flossie. And also killing that 4005, because the more clippers there are in the battle, at the end of the battle, the harder it's going to be for me to win, especially in a single shot tank that is on the squishier side of things like the E6. But you can see here, the newly improved turret armor is allowing me to get a hatch bounce from that Type 71. Now that tank has a crap ton of pen, so if he was to, I don't know, aim in a little bit more, he probably would easily be able to cut through that hatch. But luckily for me, I snap a shot into his hatch before he's able to pick my tank up. And you can see here, the yo completely ignores me, which is not a very smart play, and I'm able to kill him as well. It is now a 1v2. I'm at 4,100 damage, so this is quite an intense battle. I know that the last time I saw the IS-7, he was fairly healthy, and you can see there, he's still at 1,600 health, which is a crazy amount. Their Hori also has not been spotted, at least I don't remember him being spotted all game, so I'm very, very worried that he is just sitting on the seaside hill. And in fact, he was, but luckily for me, he missed, so I'm still alive. So I basically have to hold the high ground here if I'm going to try to win this game, because that is the only place where I can use my 10 degrees of gun depression and my somewhat decent turret armor to my advantage. Now, my turret armor against a player like this IS-7 is going to be quite strong, because the IS-7 doesn't have the most pen in the world, but I'm really worried about that Hori, Because if both of them push me at once, and this IS-7 were to simply back up, same with the Hori, I would be pretty much screwed because, yeah, there's only so many places I can go on this hill. But I'm going to take my chance here, and I'm going to try to farm out this IS-7 as much as I can before he backs up into cover, because for some reason he's decided he doesn't want to fight me anymore, even though he has, like, double my health. I would poke a little bit more and shoot that IS-7 again, but yeah, I don't want to get shot at by the Hori. The IS-7 takes his chance to shoot me, and he loads HE. Don't know why, because he can pen me reliably without it, but anyways, I screw up my shell here. I am kind of panicking at this point because I'm like, well, this is a winnable situation. There's only 30 seconds on the clock, and I want to farm up as much damage as I can. So I'm at 5,200 damage already. There's 25 seconds left on the clock, and I also just realized at this point that I am down on base cap. So if I'm to win this game, I need to pick up a kill, which is what I'm going to try to do on this IS-7 player. Luckily, again, he's using HE for some reason, so that allows me to pick up the kill, but oh no, it wasn't enough. We tied on base cap in Supremacy. When do you ever see that happen, guys? A draw in Supremacy. I don't remember the last time I've ever seen that in my life. And, yes, I deal 6,100 damage with 4 kills and 1,700 damage blocked in an E6, which is actually quite hilarious. I still do, in fact, ace the tank. However, I was not able to pick up this glorious Hori player down on their enemy team. So, very unfortunate that it wasn't a win, but even the fact that it ended up being a draw when we were in such a disadvantage that entire game is quite insane to me. And it's really just a showcase of how you can use the E6's gun depression, turret armor now that it has more of it, and honestly, its gun's accuracy to your advantage. This tank, again, I highly recommend everyone pick this thing up if you can right now. If you have 20 bucks laying around, pick this tank up. It is absolutely amazing. And it's one of my favorite tier 10s in the entire game because you can bully mediums with it. What's not to love about that? Anyways, for any of you who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support content like this and stay up to date when I post videos and do live streams almost every day. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.